Hello, hello. Give me a minute and I'm going to pull this up on my iPad and we'll get started. Do you feel the pressure? No. Oh my gosh, you can hear you guys. Anybody watching the replay, I've got a live audience in my craft room with me. Oh my gosh, you can hear you guys. Hi, when you come in, make sure that you let me know you're here. Say hello. Anybody watching the replay, I've got a live audience in my craft room with me. Guys, we're going to do this one. We're going to do Dreams Don't Work Unless You Do. I have to turn this volume down. Maybe. Guys, we're going to do this one. We're going to do Dreams. Hey, Karen, how are you? Who else is here? We got 4 people on. Say hello when you come in. I'm going to give it another minute and then we're going to get started. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? So happy you could join us. We're going to give it a minute and hopefully we get a few more people in here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to be doing the Dreams Don't Work Unless You Do transfer. This is one of our C-size transfers. This is one of the bigger ones. This is also one of our Grayson boards that I'm doing it on. I've seen a couple people do projects on the boards, and they're posting it now because they didn't pay attention to where the bracket was. So make sure if you do one of our Grayson boards that already has a bracket on it, you want to make sure that the bracket is at the top. I guess while we're waiting, I'll go over a few things. Our Couture Club, if you're familiar with that, we offer for $19.99. You get a surprise mail every month. You will get a transfer, which is usually the B-size transfer. You get 3 chalk paste, and you're able to do a project. You'll get a surface as well. You'll be able to do a project with it. Hey, Joan, how are you? So when you do your project, you get these every month in the mail. It's like surprise mail is what they call it. It's $19.99, but you have to commit for 3 months. After 3 months, you can cancel it. So that is on my website under the deal. So just look for Couture, Club Couture, and that's where that one is. This is our catalog for those of you who have not seen it. It's packed full of transfers. As you can tell, I flagged every one that I want, every one that I have, and so on. I made it now that if you order, because we only get one, so I've started making catalogs. So if you place an order, I don't care if it's today, tomorrow, whenever, once I see an order's placed, I'll mail you a catalog. If you all are anything like me, I'd rather have it in hand and be able to mark it up and go through it as I wish, as opposed to trying to remember what I clicked on online. So just make sure that you go through the catalog. It is online right now. There's a few things in the catalog that you can pay attention to is our Couture stories. We have stories in here. And what they did was they created chalk stories in order for you to know what matches. So if you wanted to do the bee's knees, it gives you everything that has to do with the bees. We also have a homegrown collection. I did the picture on a pillow the other day. So yeah, if you jump online, you'll see all of that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start. When you come in, make sure you say hello so I know you're here. And the share button is right next to where you posted your comment. Hit the share button and share with the people on your page. And when you get your transfers, they have a hangy thing at the top. A lot of people start ripping it off because it looks like that's where it opens. Most of our transfers open at the bottom. If you peel this back, it's resealable, so you'll be able to reuse this bag to put your transfer back in after you're done. If you order a transfer and you forget what instructions I gave you, if you forget one of the live, you can always come back to my website, or you can always refer to the sticky that they put on top of every one of our transfers. It tells you how to care for it and how to use it. Because this transfer is the bigger transfer, we're going to be using the lay down and peel back technique. So we will put it down. We'll do so much of the transfer, and then we're going to peel it back. This is a silk screen transfer, which means it's not a cutout. It's a screen all the way where you see the white, the clear. That's a screen. So that's what you don't want your paste to dry in. We have a fuzzing cloth on our website. You use this a lot of times to take some of the tackiness off of your transfer, especially if you're doing anything on glass, metal, and stuff like that. You really want to fuzz your transfer good. And the reason you're doing this is once you lay it down on a project board and you go to remove it, if it's stuck really tight, you're going to stretch your transfer. If you stretch your transfer, you're ruining it. And that's what I didn't want to do. This is a good reason why we're live. Do you see how that stuck together? So it's going to be a few minutes, but what you can do is you wet it. And then as you wet it, you can start pulling it apart, and it will peel. The water will pull it apart. Don't try to dry peel it. You're going to ruin your transfer. Sorry about that, guys. I was not paying much attention to it. So I'm just working it in the water and gently pulling it. The water makes it come apart. There we go. Wow. And then I'm going to dry it real quick because I don't want to lay it on my surface wet. Now, if I weren't live, I would have stopped the video and started over. I'm just going to wipe off the back and try to dry this as much as possible. Hey, Sandy, how are you? What was what, Libby? All right, I'm ready to go again. It did not hurt the transfer where it folded, so we're good. Now, I did that. We have really, really big transfers, and I did that, like our Buffalo Plaid. I meant their pillow size. They're huge. So hard to handle by yourself. And I think the first time I tried it, it stuck to itself. I panicked, but then I remembered, just put it in water. So if it's a big transfer, you could take it to the bathroom and stick it in your tub. Chasing my board across the table. You just want to make sure you get it on here straight. Now, this is our Grayson board. Say that I put this on here and next week I wanted to do something and I didn't have another board to put it on. Or say that you did a design for Easter and you're done with the design. Easter is over. Don't take the board and pack it away. Squirt it with water. Our paste are water soluble. So you squirt it with water and it will wipe right off. Touch it with your hand, a dry hand, the paste will not come off. So you can reclaim these boards over and over again. Now, if you get boards from Hobby Lobby or anything like that, we're not guaranteed that it's going to come off of those boards. It will come off of our chalkboards. Okay. Just want to make sure that it's down good and tight. And because I have fingernails, I usually try to stick something up underneath the corners because I can't get these things off with my nails. So I just take some stir sticks. Hey, Caleb. How are you? Anna's here with me, Caleb. Come here, Anna. Come say hi to Caleb. Look, Caleb. Say hi. Caleb. And my oldest granddaughter's here, too. So she doesn't feel left out. Come say hi, Gretch. She said no. All right, and this is our paste. Now, what I do with our paste, before I close it up, after I'm done using it, I take a couple squirts of water and just leave it sit on the top and put the lid back on, trying to keep down some of the crusting that goes along the edges. If you get your paint, Caleb said hi, Anna. If you get your paste and it's not runny, it should be sour cream consistency, and it's not, you could take a couple squirts of water. They're saying distilled water, especially if you don't use your paste that often, because regular water will help the paste mold, and you don't want mold in your paste. You gonna come say hi, Gretchen? She doesn't want to say hi. All right, I'm using our green. The dogs are coming in. So I'm going to try to get as much of the leaf as I can. Can y'all hear that in the background? I've got a live audience in case you're wondering. All right, so I'm just going to take it down to that one, that leaf, and I'm going to scrape off the excess. You just want to make sure that you pretty much have it all covered where you want it covered. And then scrape it off and scrape it back into your jar. Hey, Jeannie, how are you? We are working on the peel back technique. And the reason I'm doing that is because this is so big that it will dry on the screen before I have a chance to get it off. So you're just going to take it and you're going to peel it back to where you did your last of your green and just lay it down for a minute. It's not going to hurt anything. So you're going to leave that lay. You can use a blow dryer. You can use a heat gun. Be careful with the heat gun. I've used my heat gun before. And it has puckered the paint a little bit. I think I've had it too close. You want to watch using a heat gun or any warm source anywhere near the bottom of your transfer. It will melt it. Oh, Karen, you love it. It makes it easy to change your mind. It is neat. There's a lot of people that buy our big Grayson boards, and they do it above their fireplace. So they'll do a Christmas. We had some gorgeous, gorgeous Christmas stuff, but I started at the end or the beginning of Christmas, but wasn't in it enough. Hey, David. And what they did was they did a mantelpiece or whatever and did it for Christmas. And then they went ahead, and as soon as Christmas was over, they showed a video of them taking it down, squirting it off with water, wiping it down with a, you know, you can use a Clorox wipe. You can use, we have board erasers, which work really well. Use that on there, and then they break out their stencils and do it for whatever the next holiday is. All right, so that's pretty much dry. Now, what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to go around the outer edges and press down. I'm just going to press down on where I need the next colors to go. So we're going to see if we can do dreams, don't, and then the leaves without it sticking. You just want to make sure that you get all the air bubbles out. Okay. Dream, I think I'm going to go ahead and use, this is our Current Jam, which is more like a burgundy, a really, really pretty burgundy. It's thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take a couple squirts of water. All right, move that out of my way. If you all know of a different color you want me to make this and I have it, just let me know. But my live audience is over here saying, no, we've already picked the colors. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put the Current Jam on here. Now, I suggest you put it on just a little bit thick because I'm going to work a little bit of the green, and then I'll come back and take it off. That will keep what's underneath of it a little bit moist, so it shouldn't peel it. Here, Linz, open up some white. She's going to be over here. She might as well work, right? Should I stir it?
Look at you, Bridget. No, you're
Where'd my lid go?
Yes, we go.
Yeah, that'll work. All right, and I'm going to try to see if I can throw some white in here, and then I'll take that Current Jam off. Let's see what we got. Karen, have you made any projects? I know that you were, I seen that you were online today. So I'm going to go back over this. The object is to try to scrape off the excess. You don't want it sitting there. If you leave lines in your design, you're going to see it. So we're going to pull the paste. Now I'm going to lift up. I'm going to take it back down to where the green was and lay it back down for a minute or two. How is that? Now see, I see a little spot on the A that I need to touch up. Oh, Karen, you didn't erase it. Oh, Caleb, only because Lindsay and Ariana and Gretchen are here and they picked out the colors. So I think next time we'll let you pick them out. Caleb wants to pick the colors. I didn't use any blue this time, Caleb. Oh. Are you waving? I don't think they can see you. Scoot in. The camera's up there, baby. Right up there.
No, come here. Go by Gigi. Up there.
Yep. Look up there and wave, and then wait a few minutes, and you'll see you in here. All right, now say hi, Caleb.
Hi, Caleb.
Okay, move over. Now look, you're going to be able to see you in there in a minute. Still a little bit wet. I'm going to go ahead and try to tap it with the heat gun. Oh. Like I said, you don't want anything near this transfer. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous transfer with the detail in it and the leaves. Yeah, yes, Karen. Libby did do that. And every time that she erased, she's like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? But I'm telling you what, once she got that technique, there's no stopping her now. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll touch up that A right in that spot right there. Once I get this done, work is going to be done in a gold. All right. We have shimmer colors. In case you haven't had the chance to look, we have shimmer gold, shimmer copper, and shimmer silver. Gorgeous, gorgeous shimmer colors. Now, I say there's several people that just want to get the paste and a transfer, and then they want to pick their board up from somewhere else. I recommend getting one of our boards until you learn the technique. Once you learn the technique, I get some of my stuff. I get it at Hobby Lobby and Michael's, and no, it should be good. Okay, and I'm going to move up to my big squeegee. Now, I don't know if any of y'all have seen it. Anna does a couple of my, a couple of videos of Chalk Couture. She'll come over to my house, and that's the first thing when she walks through the doors. Grandma, can I Chalk Couture? I haven't had the chance to sit down with little Skylar yet. Soon, hopefully. Gretchen's done it. She gets her fingers in everything.
I kept putting this squeegee in the wrong color.
Not once, not twice.
Like 4 times.
Yeah, I had Gretchen up here and she was doing it. It looked so nice. She was doing real good. Then she gets excited and goes to lay her squeegee down and she puts it in a separate color of paste. So I cleaned it off. I said, it's okay, no big deal. So she's doing it again. She goes to lay the squeegee down and it went back in another color paste. So from then on, when she went to put the squeegee down, I took it from her. I put it down. All right. I like this. I like it. You just want to make sure that you've got all your spots covered. Let's see where I'm going off a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to peel it back again. Oh, that is cool. What do you guys think? Yeah, I know, Libby, the shimmer. I think the shimmer really makes it stick out, and then the white makes things pop. I'm really liking that. If you do it and you notice that you have things out of place, you can always take a Q-tip. So right there, I've got something that probably shouldn't be there. So I'm just going to take a Q-tip. After I'm done, I can wet the Q-tip and straighten up any imperfections that I see. But I don't know about you guys. The gold is very pretty, isn't it? The shimmers are gorgeous on the blackboard. Karen said Karen says that's a terrific laugh track in the background. Linz.
What did you talk? What did you say?
Karen says that's a terrific laugh track in the background. Ariana laughing. Let's see if I can touch that A up. It had a chunky effect to it, and I wasn't impressed with it. Well, that didn't work out any better, so I'll fix that. Know if you're doing this and you're going to layer, you want to wax between your layers. Wax helps, it helps form a barrier between your layers. So when you go to put the next color on, so say that I was doing this and then I decided to do another color over top, I would wax. If I didn't, when I laid my transfer down, the screen would pull the paste back up, and you don't want it to pull up everything that you just worked on. And you'll see it in the A because I laid it down. I should have put paste over it, but I'm going to fix that. You can always finish your work, wash your transfer, let it dry, wax your board. I'd wax the whole board, wax it, lay the transfer back down. Because you can see through this, it's really easy to line back up. All right, so I'm going to do some white and green. Okay, got my white. Got some hand waving happening here.
I love you, Gigi.
I love you too, baby girl. Back up, baby. Isn't it pretty?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's turning out really nice.
I'm not. I'm not the only one talking. Gretchen and Mom.
I know. I hear them talking.
Mm.
I hear them. The little squeegees are wonderful. Most of your kits that you get, the starter kit, all comes with the big squeegee. I took the big squeegee and cut it in half, or actually cut it in 3 pieces because I needed smaller pieces. And it worked out really, really nice. Because sometimes you just need the smaller, and then they came out with these little mini squeegees, which are wonderful. Do y'all have any questions while I'm doing this? I hate just feeling like I'm rambling. Oh, Libby said, hi, beautiful one. I think she's talking to you, Miss Ariana.
She was telling me.
Oh.
I'm waving.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, you-
Now, if I touched over something in green that should have been white or vice versa, you can fix that. Peel that back for a minute. Oh, Libby said she loves your bow, Anna. Do y'all have any questions? Any questions
Thank
about
you.
Chalk Couture? You do know that if you wash your transfers, you take care of them, you can use them up to 10 to 15 times. Just depends on how much you use them, how hard you use them, the surface that you use them on. So once I get done with this one, this is a big transfer. I don't have to wash it right away because I'm using the paste, so I can lay it to the side, finish whatever it is I'm doing, and then I will take it into my bathtub. Gretchen's waving too. I will take it into my bathtub, and what I do is I take our board eraser and I wet the side of my bathtub, and then I hang this over. I wet the back too, and then I hang it on the inside of my bathtub, and then it just wipes right off. Don't take this straight from here and stick it to your bathtub, because now you've got it stuck to your bathtub. Hey, April. April said, hey, girls. I'm thinking she's talking to Gretchen and Anna.
Hello.
You got a big mouth.
All right, now I'm going to do, I've got paste all over my hands. So again, the currant jam I'm going to put on a little bit thick in hopes that I can work with the leaves. You know, may not. I may just take this off. Okay, I'm going to peel it back again.
And
You
she
know,
said people are asking you questions. And she's not sure if you're seeing them.
I don't see any questions.
And she just wrote me and said that.
So cleaning the... Sandy, if it's a little transfer, I will put it over. I have my tub of water sitting right here. If it's a little transfer, it will go in there. This transfer is too big. And if I try to stick it in there, most likely it's going to stick together. Now, can I fold it non-sticky side to non-sticky side and put it in there? Yes, I can. But in order to clean it, you know, and to clean it as much as I need to clean it, it probably needs to go in the tub. I mean, anything C-size or bigger, it's easy. They have them big cookie sheets. You can put a little bit of water in a cookie sheet and do it as well. But to me, my bathroom's right around the corner, so I just take it in there, wet the side of my bathtub, drape it over the side of my bathtub, and I'm good to go. All right, bye, gorgeous. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. Don't cry. Why are you crying? Hey, Gretchen will come back, okay? Don't cry. We're on camera. You can't do that.
Are you going to get on and tell everybody bye?
Bye.
No, you're going to clean yourself.
Libby, I don't know who is Allie? Oh, Karen, how perfect is that? Anna's going home. She says bye, everybody. Yeah, I think with this little side table that I have over here, I could probably use something. Oh, there's Allie. Hello. When she said Allie, I'm like, what Allie? All right, I'm going to finish up with my green. Bye, gorgeous. Give me a kiss. Mwah. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful day at school tomorrow. Uh-oh. All right, well, I got it in a little bit of my burgundy. I don't want to keep using that. I will fix that.
It's hot up here. It's because I'm in here.
Is there questions that I missed? If there is, my hands are full and I can't roll back. If you ask them again, I'll try to see if I can look up and see what they are. Oh, Allie, your recruit. I didn't recognize the last name. I am so sorry. So it went well, Allie. That is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and scrape this down and see if I can get some of this burgundy out of there, or currant jam. Now, if that happens, instead of continuing to mess with it like I'm doing, go ahead and take your paste off, let it dry, and come back to it. You can come back to it. Don't, because it's almost like the more you mess with it, the worse it gets. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Bye, baby.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye.
There you go.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Gigi.
Bye, gorgeous. What do you think, guys? Now, there's a couple spots. This green down here, I can use, and I'll do that right now so you can see me do it. Libby, you should not have wax residue on anything. I'll show you when I wax. You're using entirely too much if you do. I just take my wax can and I put it on a paper towel and then I rub it together really, really good. So the only, I barely see the wax. And then I put it on. And guys, this is the leaf that I had messed up, and there's another couple up here that are messed up, so I'm going to fix them. And yes, Karen, this is us. This is the perfectionist in us. But if you go into Hobby Lobby, you know how you see little crackles in their paints and stuff like that, and we're good with it. But when we're making it ourselves, we don't want that. Yeah, Libby, you should not have that much wax. It takes just very little. And I'll show you because I'm going to do I'm going to do the A up there. I'm going to touch that up. You're going to see me, I'm going to put wax over this entire board when I have to lay this transfer back down to touch up these leaves. Now, I'm not going to wash the transfer before I do this. I'm just going to lay it back down. But I will, just because I know that the transfer is going to touch other places that I already have paste. I might be better off just taking this whole leaf off. It's throwing me a fit. There's a big old wet chunk there. There we go. All right. You can always just take a little Q-tip, touch up wherever you don't like. If you have any imperfections, it works perfectly fine. If you're doing something and it's a larger scale, but a smaller board, I recommend taping the edges. Just get yourself some cheap painter's tape. Tape off the edges. That way, if you have seepage, you're not worried about it going under or going onto your frame. You're not guaranteed that the stain or the paste won't stain your frame. So, you just want to make sure that you're careful. Nothing worse than getting a project all the way done and then looking to see that you have paste stuck to your frame. All right, let me see if I can reach my paste. So, Libby, I just take a paper towel, just like that. I rub it in my paste. And you're going to see that I have it on here. I take it and rub it in. It does not take very much, especially on these boards. Okay. So now I'm going to take it and I'm just wiping. Of course, my silver wasn't dry, guys. It wasn't dry. That's okay. I'll do this, and then I'll show you how to take it off the board. It is best if you're going to do something to make sure that your stuff is dry. It's okay, though. I mean, I could touch this up again when I lay my transfer back down. All right, let's see what we got. So the same transfer that I used, still not clean. I'm gonna lay it back down, and you're just gonna line it up the best you can. Like I said, you can see through this, so it's not difficult to line up. Have anything over there to fix. So I'm going to fix this here that you've seen messed up. I'm going to try to fix my A up here. And then I'm going to fix my leaves that I have going on down here. All right, let's get this done. Again, the leaves that I'm fixing up here, I may have been better off just taking them off. I won't know until I'm done. If that's the case, I can take them off and redo it. It's not a big deal. Let me fix my work. I think that's where that peeled off. And what did I do? My burgundy, right? I need to fix my A. Not with that one, it's too big. All right, let's see what we got, guys. I still don't like that A. The work worked. The leaves didn't. So what happened is, and this is what's great about going live. If you can see, there's paste stuck in my screen right there. The screen's going to have to be cleaned. Once it's cleaned, I can lay it back down on here, but it's going to have to be cleaned and then dried, and I'm not going to make you all wait for that. But I will show you the finished product. After I wash this and I dry it, I'll post a picture of the finished product. But because there's already paste dried inside the screen, it's not going to lay it back down on the board. So I'm going to wet this. I'm going to take this off and take this off. I may even do something and remove that A up there, lay it back down. I'm not thrilled with the works, but let me go ahead and fix it, and I'll post a picture. Do you all have any questions before I go? Karen, now you need to look and see what you like. There's a lot of people that use the matted spray. I used a matted spray on a frame that I painted with chalk paint, and it turned it, the actual spray itself turned my frame yellow. So people are using either the matted or the satin spray, but I know people to have used Mod Podge. The only thing I don't like about the Mod Podge, not on these boards, is it shows your brush strokes. So you'd have to get a spray. So any type of spray that is not, it can't have alcohol in it, and I think it can't have any water in it, because that's going to break down the paste. Let me see what I have over here. I mean, I've used some because I've sent some of my stuff out. Let me see. Sorry, guys. All right, I've used this Krylon, and this one's the Satin Crystal Clear. And I like that. I used it, I don't think I have any of the boards in here I used it on one of my grandparent boards. I don't know where I hung it. But I sprayed it and do it in little strokes or whatever. I'm sure you know. I like the satin better than I like the matted. I tried the matted, and it was on like the blackboard, like I have How to Make Money Beautifully, and I used it on that, but it kind of made it look speckled or spotty. So I tried it once, and then I thought, well, maybe I didn't coat it good enough, so I tried it again, and it still did the same thing, almost like it was absorbing it as opposed to doing anything else with it. So I'm not sure if it's just because this is what I used on the paintings when I used my acrylic paints, not paste. So that may have something to do with it. It says oil and acrylic. So it's totally up to you. Is there any other questions? Hey, Karen, I don't know if you got the truck or not. there's a video out there that somebody did the truck. They did it on a board like this. They did it sideways. They went ahead and Mod Podged over top the truck, and we sell the transfers, the add-ons for the truck, like the surfboards, I don't know, Christmas trees, hay, corn, all of that stuff. They sealed the truck. So they put the truck on the board and they sealed the truck. And then they went ahead and they'll put on the apples in the back of the truck. Whenever they want to change it out, they wet that, you know, and they're able to wipe the apples off and add onto that truck. So they could turn that truck into anything that they want to turn it into. It's pretty neat. So you could take a part of something that you do if you know that you're going to keep that part, and then, you know, say that it's a scene down here and you wanted Christmas up here, but then Christmas is over and you wanted summer up here. So you would spray or seal the part that you want to keep, and the rest of it you just go ahead and you can wet it down. The truck, you know, they were talking about getting rid of the truck, and I went to Couture Tour out in Pennsylvania. Me and April went, and they decided, because it was like one of the #1 sellers, they couldn't do it. They talked about getting rid of it, and it was just like, then they decided they couldn't do it. Well, that's like this. You could seal around these leaves, keep the leaves, get rid of all the center. So you seal around that and then make this so you can wipe it away and put something else in the center. So yeah, I mean, it's limitless. All right, guys, make sure you check out the website. I'm always available if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to help you, to answer them. This isn't a pitch to get you to join my team, although I'd love, love, love to grow my team. If you just want to be a customer, that's fine too. I'd rather have you as a customer and be able to talk you through things and then get your feel whether you like it or not, or whether it's for you or not, than joining into something and deciding it's not for you. Karen's going all in. I meant she's a shopper. She's a crafter. You know, so if you're into craft, this is pretty neat. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I'll fix this. I'll post a picture of the finished product, and I'll post it right underneath this video, and then I'll probably post it my page too. Thanks, Stephanie, for joining me. If you have any questions, make sure you hit me up. All right, guys, good night.